All right, welcome back to the Fever, everyone, for this week's Player of the Week feature. And for this week, we've got our first defensive player, and it is none other than Braden Blackwell, outstanding junior linebacker for the Coronado Mustangs. Braden with 6 tackles on Friday in a win against Lubbock High, but more importantly, 2 interceptions, taking one to the house. Braden, that had to feel pretty good for you guys, not only for you, but for the Mustangs to get a win on Friday.
Yeah, it was very exciting and gave us a lot of confidence going into this next game against Midland.
It seems like no matter where you guys or where Lubbock High went, you guys were always there. You guys had them pretty much down to a T on Friday.
We went into the game with a great game plan. Our coaches had us watch film all throughout the week, and I mean, also the defensive line put a ton of pressure on the quarterback, allowing us time to get to where we needed to be, and allowing him to, maybe screw up and throw a bad pass or two, so we were able to go get it. So,
talk about you're going up against a second-string quarterback for Lubbock High. Did that change the game plan as far as maybe putting more pressure than maybe if they had their first string out there on Friday?
No, sir. I mean, every week we try to put as much pressure as we can on their quarterback, whether it be their first string, whether it be their 5th string. I mean, we just go out there and play our hardest, and our defensive line always, every week, gets after their quarterback, no matter who he is.
Talk about you in your season so far. Usually Coronado is a pretty senior-dominated group, but you're a junior that's broken into the starting lineup. Talk about how the transition's been maybe from JV to the varsity level for you this year.
Well, I mean, it's actually been very easy. The guys have been really nice and really helpful with me. They took me in and just embraced me and taught me a lot of new things.
Now, not only that, but Coach Henderson was telling me, you've taken on the role as the deep snapper, kind of an unsung job. Talk about taking that over a little bit.
Well, I mean, Coach Shipley's our deep snapping coach, and I mean, he took me in when I was a freshman, and he kind of sat me down and said, "Hey, okay, here's how to snap," and I was like, "Really? Okay." So I just took on that job, and I kind of ran with it, so it's been fun.
And Coach was talking about you're doing very well in the classroom. Obviously, talk about how does classroom intelligence can maybe translate into football intelligence?
Well, I mean, making good grades in class, helps you out here on confidence-wise, because you can play. I mean, you have those grades and you're solid in those grades. You're not going to get, taken out because of ineligibility. So, I mean, making good grades in class will just, basically give you more confidence on the field. Your playing time. You don't have that. You fail, you don't play, that's not even there. So
now, a lot of people may know your dad, Curry Blackwell, owns Premier Sportsplex here. Does that put any pressure that maybe you have to be an athlete? Your dad owns that kind of business?
No. I mean, it helps a lot. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I get to go up there every day and do my lifting after school as well as the football field. So I mean, it helps a bunch. But I mean, I don't think it adds any other pressure. But.
Well, I'll tell you what, no pressure for Braden here, no pressure for the Mustangs after they get the big win this week. That's your Player of the Week, Braden Blackwell from Coronado. When we come back, we'll go into this week's film session, and this week we're going over to Friendship and visit with head coach Brad Davis right here on The Fever.